So what makes moving to Ghana from the diaspora such a challenge for some people? Moving from the diaspora to set up a new life in Ghana can be challenging in different ways. A lot of people come and leave due to unexpected setbacks. In this video, we're speaking to Gabby. Gabby moved to Ghana and had to leave twice due to all the challenges she experienced in that time. She has relocated to Ghana for the third time, and in this video, we're going to get to know her story and the experiences that led her to leave Ghana and what she has done differently this time. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let's get right into it. Today I am interviewing a lovely lady who moved from America to Ghana, left and came back again to start her own business. Let's get to know Gabby. I'm filming at the beautiful My Weku Gardens. It's absolutely stunning. You should see how green and beautiful the space is. So many plants around, and you know that's my heaven. Anyways, let's go and speak to Gabby. Give me a thumbs up and I hope you guys enjoy this video. So I've got the lovely Gabby right here with me. Hi Gabby.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm alright, thank you. Could you introduce yourself to my subscribers?
Yes. Hi guys. My name is Gabby Mac. It's not really Mac, but it's just kind of like a stage name. I recently moved back to Ghana. I'm currently starting a hair business. I've been here a couple of times. This is actually my third move. I'll tell you guys a little bit later.
Yeah. Where have you come from?
Okay, so my family is originally from Ghana, but I grew up in the States. I'm second generation American. So my mom was born there, I was born there, my siblings were born there. But so my grandmother and my grandfather went very early, I want to say like in the 50s to the States. So they've been, my family's really been in America for a long time.
Right,
so they're pretty Americanized, but the good thing is that they always brought us back to Ghana. So I got to experience going to school here, living here, So I think that's what really always drew me here because I had that exposure.
Nice, nice. So at what ages were you in Ghana?
I want to say the first time my mom brought me, I was almost a year.
Okay.
And then I lived here for 2 to 3 years. I lived in Kumasi. And then I went back. And then when I came again, I would say it was like around class 4.
Okay.
And then I came back again, it was JSS.
Okay.
So I did JSS 1 and 2 here. And then that was officially when I went back and finished the rest of schooling in America.
Okay. What was that experience like for you when you would come here?
It was a challenge, but I feel like I'm always up for a challenge. So it was different because I was getting 2 different education systems, having to get used to feeling like I'm a big deal here and then going back and not feeling like a big deal here. Because I think back then in school a lot of kids would like make fun of my accent, because that time I used to really speak Tree and Fanti a lot. Now it's not the best at all.
But you still speak a little bit?
A little bit. I can hold a decent conversation, right? Or if I'm going to buy something, I can tell them what I want. But I stopped speaking it because of the kids making fun of me.
Right.
Oh, you from Africa, you from this. And funny enough, it's Black American kids that were making fun of me. So, that took a toll on me. So at a point, my mom was like, okay, I don't think I'm going to have you go back and forth anymore. But at a point too, I was like, Mommy, I want to go back. Because I started to enjoy, going to school here. And then after JSS, I was like, yeah, no, I think I want to do the rest of school in America. And it was later on, like way after college, before I started feeling like, oh, I think I want to come back to Ghana.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So what was it about like being in Ghana or being in America that made you want to not come back after JSS?
I think it was for around that time, JSS, it was more about the school system, right? And I think the experience I had in my mind of going to high school was how high school was in America, not here. So I did have some cousins that were already in high school here, and they used to tell me stories, and I was like, yeah, I don't think that's it for me. Like in the whole boarding school, I was like, I don't think that's gonna work for me. I told my mom, I was like, you're probably gonna get phone calls and I'm fighting every day, so please come back and take me. And I think I'm glad that I had both experience, and I did enjoy my high school and college years in America, so I wouldn't take that back. I wouldn't.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think high school here is probably one of the most challenging experiences you would ever have, and it's also one of the most worthwhile experiences you would ever have. You just never forget it, because I did my first year completed. I was just about to go into my second year and then I left. And like I still have friends from that time till this day,
So yeah.
Do you wish that you stayed though?
No.
No.
I'm glad I left. I'm glad I left, and I'm happy I came back at the time that I
That
did.
you did, yes. Agreed. I feel the same way too.
Yeah.
Like it's just, I'm glad I just had the experience to say I went to school in both places, and I learned a lot about the culture and the history here. So when I am in America, I can have like conversations. When people mention Ghana, I'm like, yeah, I know that. Like it's great to like say that I lived here and had that experience.
Yeah, that's nice. So after college, what made you decide to move here?
I don't know. America just was not feeling like home anymore to me. Because I did start like visiting more often, even while I was in college.
Okay.
Like I would come and spend Christmases here, and like I was enjoying it. And I was like, oh, I think I could see myself living here, but I need to find a time where maybe I've spent a few months to really see if I can do it. So after college, I started working in corporate America, and I was like, this is not life. Like I don't think I'm supposed to be living like this.
What were you doing?
So I did human resource and management in school. So I went right into HR when I got out of school. And I mean, I love working with people, managing people, but just the fixed schedule and life routine is what I felt like I didn't like. That having to know like every Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, come home, they so tired. It was just too routinic for me, and I like every now and then switching up my environment and what I do, and I just felt like I can't do that if I'm there. So I was like, so 2 years later, I was like, you know, maybe I should consider going back to Ghana because that's the place that I know. I mean, most people start thinking of other countries, and I was like, no, I'm gonna go to like where my family's from. So I took a trip.
What year was this?
This was 2017. So I took a trip and I spent 3 months here. And I had a blast. I did get to experience like the fun time, and then when like things weren't really as fun anymore, and I was like, I think I could do this. I took 1 year and I packed my bags and I came.
Wow. So after 3 months, you went back for a year and then packed your bags.
That's it. I didn't even have a solid plan. I didn't know what I was doing. I just was like, I'm coming. I felt like I made some good connections when I came back for those 3 months, and I was looking to get into entertainment. I met a couple of actors, like producers, and I was like, I think this might be it. So I'm like, and I spoke to them, and they're like, if you want to get into this industry, you need to be here.
Right.
So I was like, okay, I can do it. I told my family, everyone was like, you're crazy. You're leaving America, you're leaving your 9 to 5 to go act in movies.
Oh, so you wanted to be an actress?
I wanted to be an actress, and I was like, I don't know why, but I loved African film, and I was just like, but that's like, if you want to be an actor, you could do it in Hollywood. I was like, no, Hollywood is not for me. I want to be in Ghana to, you know, act in film. So they're like, okay, go and see how it is. I mean, if anything, you can always come back.
Yeah.
So
that's good that they were encouraging in that way. Okay, so when you came back after that year, what was that experience like for you?
Oh man, things changed very quickly, because I got here and I realized because I didn't have a solid plan, I wasn't thinking about how I was really gonna get income to live here. So I was like, man, I'm enjoying myself. I'm meeting people. Like I took a turn from the acting, got into music videos. Like I was a PA to a director, then started learning how to film myself, then started featuring in the film, you know, in the videos. So it started to change, but then I was like, oh, man, I'm so used to the consistent money I was getting in the States. I was like, how do I make that here? Because here it felt like I was on a contract base. When something pops up, then you have work.
Right.
When nothing is happening, it's like, what are you doing? How do you make money? So that's when it started like hitting me, and I was like, no, I think I have to go back and like do something else or plan better or whatever. So that's when I went back for the first time. And then I went back, and then things in America was all weird because of the pandemic.
Oh, okay.
So my plan was like to go back and try to like work, make a little bit of money, and then come back. So when I got there too, things were not, because everything like jobs wise, people were getting laid off, and it was just, I was like, what am I doing at this point? But I felt like I was, you know, I left the life here, and I wanted to pick it back up. So I was like, I gotta find a way to make money and come back. So I did that. I think the end of COVID, like towards like the end of 2020, I came back. But when I came back, then everything in Ghana was different. So the, you know, the music videos and me work as a PA, everything changed. It wasn't the same anymore, and I was like, I can't rely on this.
So what, did you change anything in your planning before you came back after the COVID time?
I think the only thing would be like I was a little bit more prepared in terms of like my home living wise, like things that like I shipped to make myself feel comfortable, feel more at home. Like I knew what to ship at that point. So that, but like I still didn't have like a complete solid plan to earn income. But I did, at that point too, Ghana economy was funny, so it was kind of hard to really figure out what to put myself into. So I spent a couple of more months here, and I was like, yeah, I think I gotta go back again. I have to go back again and really like sit and plan. So that was 2021. I went back, and then I spent 2 years to really plan this time around. Yes.
So it sounds like the biggest challenge you had in the first 2 times you came was mainly financial.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I would definitely say it was financial. Like I was comfortable living here, but it was really just feeling like I'm getting a certain amount of income coming in, and I know that I can survive on this and feel comfortable and stay here. So, cause I never felt like I live on some high-end luxury type of life. I'm like, the basic needs that you want, right? And I'm used to like having my car and moving around, and I was like, I need to put that into place. So maybe my short plannings are not enough. I need to take a little bit longer time. So that's why this time around I took 2 years to come back. And then this I was like, no, I need to start a business here. And I think that would help. That would make me stay and not like go back. Even if I go back, it's just for visits.
So what did you do when you were back there in that 2 years?
I went back into HR. So I went back into corporate, and I'm like, well, I mean, like that's the quickest way to earn some income, but it's also hard to save when you're working in corporate, because you have all these regular bills. So trying to also save up for it to like for the business and to move back was a bit of a challenge. But then I managed to speak to a couple of friends, and they were like, you know what, let's invest, let's all put our money together and make this happen, then we can do it faster. So we all set goals. We started saving, and I was like, okay, I literally deprived myself from doing anything fun, because I was like, I can have all the fun when I come to Ghana. So like, let's save. So I really went hard saving for this time around, and I was like, well, I know how it is to live in Ghana. I know what to prepare for. It was just the money issue. So once the money issue was settled, I'm like, okay, I can do this now. And I'm back.
Amazing. So how long have you been back now?
It's been 3 months now.
How has it been so far?
It's been rewarding, I have to say. Like, not everything of course goes to plan. But in terms of the business wise, that has been moving. Things were a little different in the sense of like maybe the people that I used to hang out with, like things have changed. Everybody's growing older, different plans, people are moving different directions. You see a lot of people traveling out of Ghana also too. So, and it's like, it's not the same because I'm also growing older too. When I used to come, I just wanted to party and have fun. Now I'm like, I want to stay in my bed.
I mean, depending on your age, I think that's most people, Like, and when you come on holiday as well, you kind of assume that when you live here, it's going to be the same thing. Just party, party,
So I'm always telling my people, I'm like, don't make your decision based off of your December experience, because December will make you come back to Ghana in a heartbeat. But it's not, December is not every day.
Ghana.
It's not. I mean, if you want to incorporate that into your life, it could. I'm not gonna lie. There's people who go out every weekend. But it's like, it's really like sustainable to live like that. I don't think so. But,
Okay. So what's so great about Ghana for you that makes you want to live here long term?
The biggest thing for me is a peace of mind. Like, mental health is serious, and I just feel like when you're abroad, it puts you in this state like that you feel like you're just, like I'm saying, the routine, and feeling like you're always just paying bills, and it's like, what else is there to life than to just work? And it's like you can't even enjoy the money that you're making. So I was like, I'd rather make a small amount of money here and be comfortable and feel at peace and at home than to say I'm making thousands of dollars and I'm depressed and I don't know, like, I don't have nowhere to really go. Like, I have friends that live 5 minutes away from me, and I see them probably twice a year because everybody's working.
Everyone's busy,
So if we decide to even go on a vacation, they're telling you they're only giving you a 2 weeks vacation. What is that gonna do for you for the whole year? So everyone is looking forward to a holiday. Like, when's the next holiday? Like, I don't want to sit there and always be thinking about when's my next holiday? When will I get a break? Oh, the weekends are too short. I just feel like here is just free flow, calm. You move the place you want to move. you get the things you feel like you want to. There's not pressure to live some certain way. Like America's always pushing this American dream on you. Like you should have a house by this age. You should have a car by this age. You should be doing this by. Ghana's just like whatever you feel. Yeah. It's your own pressure you put on yourself. Exactly. You know. Exactly. So that's what I really enjoy about here. And I'm like, I've probably been the best like mentally since I've been here. Like I'm not so stressed. Like when I was working every other week, I'm sitting on the table doing calculations. I'm not even doing my work. I'm literally doing my bill calculations, making sure like every money goes to, you know, that's when before the check even comes, it's finished. Yeah. It's finished. Yeah. So I'm like, this is not life. No. It's not life. And I know a lot of people can relate to it, but some people just choose to sit in it. And I'm like, I choose to do something about it.
Yeah. Do something different. Yeah. Amazing. Have you had any, aside financially, what other challenges have you had in Ghana?
I would say, let's say for the business aspect, is getting people to be on time, deliver what they said they're gonna deliver to you. So I think that's a challenge, and the pace. I'm so used to that fast pace. Yeah. And you know, in America, you come here, you feel like everybody's just so calm and relaxed, and then they move how they want to. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm coming! And you know they're really not coming.
You know, that is so funny. Like you're probably the third person that says I'm coming. Like
so I'm coming. They haven't even left. You know what I'm saying? So I'm learning that. I have to remind myself like this is the pace. This is how they move here. So you have to adjust. So. I think the biggest thing would be like adjusting to how the way of life is here, and also slowing myself down so I can like flow with how here is, right? And I'm like, okay, you can't be angry because they're like 30 minutes late. That's like the life.
I know.
So I'm like, those are the things that I'm like really trying to adjust and like understand. And like, and I was like, it's Ghana. It's Ghana. I just have to remind myself.
That's how it is, like. So are you here on your own, or do you have like aside? Obviously, your parents are over there, but do you have like extended family here?
Yes, I do. My grandparents are here. My auntie, my uncles, a few cousins are here, but most of them are in Takrady and Kumasi. So every now and then I go out there to go and see them. But in Accra, it's pretty much just me.
What's the business you're doing now in Ghana now that you're here?
So I'm currently opening braiding salon. So I started braiding hair since I was like 10. And it started off more like just me doing my own hair, my siblings, family. And then when I got to college, and I was like, oh, I should be a business. And I started braiding for students. And I was like one of the very few girls on campus that did hair. So I made some good money from it. And I was like, man, I think I can keep doing this. So even while I was working in corporate America, I was always still doing hair. So like this, it's not new to me. It's just in a different environment, you know. So I have to learn like how the business pretty much works here.
What were the steps you took to get to the point that you're at right now?
Okay, so we started out when I was saying I talked to a few friends and we decided to come together to invest. So I'm the only one that really has the background in the hair. Okay. They're more of like business people. It's like they're like my backbone for helping me making sure that the finances, the money is going the right way. I'm more of the operations and making sure the hair and everything is done properly. So it was pretty much starting out what we really want, how we saw the shop to be. We thought about future-wise and we decided to open extra branches and things like that. Then we thought about budget, we came up with the budget, and then it was like, well, Gabby, you're the one who really knows, you're the brain behind this, you have to move. So I had to, prepare myself to come back. So I did that, and then right now it's just kind of just getting the shop up and going. So it's been challenging for me in the sense that I've never had to open a shop, so I don't know the ways and stuff. So I'm learning as I'm going, and I'm like, I don't know who to call. I need an electrician. I need a plumber.
What permits did you need to start a salon?
For this, we only had to just have to register, and then just get a regular working permit, right? And then the GRA just to register our taxes and stuff like that. And then of course we have to do insurance for our employees and things like that. So it's quite some stuff you have to know. And I'm like, I didn't know any of this thing. That's some of the stuff that we've had to go through. But we have done a lot in 3 months.
I think so.
Done a lot. And I think even when the first month I came, it was just really just looking for a store. Right. So the bulk of the work has really been done in about a month and a half. And we're so close to finally opening. So we're almost there.
That's amazing. Did you get any help finding a space for it?
We went on our own. We went my partner and I just start driving around. We didn't even bother getting any like agents or anything.
Okay.
We just started driving around, giving calls, you know, to the owners and just finding out what the process is, and that's pretty much like how we did it.
So do you plan on hiring people, or are you gonna just bring them?
Yes. We've already talked to about like 2-3 people. So for now, we just want to keep it really intimate and small, like, and then eventually maybe we get to the point where we feel like we need more girls, and we'll hire like more girls. We're even looking at doing like apprenticeship programs and stuff for some of the girls too. But I would love to teach them like my methods, faster ways to get the client, and then biggest thing is customer service. Lord have mercy. We gotta train them. You know, we have to train them, because I feel like that's a big lack in businesses here. So like that's a big deal for me. So that's one of the things I'm really pounding on when I have my girls at the shop.
Okay, that's really good. So what's like an estimate of a budget for somebody who wants to do similar, who wants to start a salon just like you have?
Yes. Well, I think the biggest thing, it depends on the look that you're kind of going for.
Okay.
And we're trying to make it where it's still nice, aesthetically pleasing, but still affordable at the same time.
Okay.
That's really where our goal is. So I think that anywhere from like 200,000 cities, so that would be like let's say $20,000,
Okay.
and up could get you up and rolling, a decent salon.
Okay.
But if you like want to have like iPads and all this like, you know, decor and stuff, of course that's gonna push it up.
And also another thing I'm curious about is, because you said previously when you came you didn't necessarily have a plan around what work to do and what not. What would you say is a good amount of savings to have if you're coming to Ghana, if you're wanting to move just like you've done, and like your income is not coming in yet because you're still working on setting up the business? So what would you say is like roughly a good amount of money to have?
Okay. So I mean, for me, I did a lot of like prepaying for things before I came.
Okay.
So let's say if you weren't prepaying for anything and you're now just coming to Ghana, you have your business money, you need to find accommodation, a car and everything, I think you're looking like $50,000.
Yeah.
Ultimately to start off with. And that depends also on your lifestyle, how many people you come in with.
That's true.
You know, if you come with a full family, you're looking like 100,000 because you got to pay the kids' school fees and all that. But I think for me, just coming by myself, I think anywhere from $40,000 to $50,000 to really get you up and going, to feel a little bit okay until your money start coming, is ideal. And I think for a lot of people, it sounds like a lot of money. But if you think about what you spend in a year on your bills and stuff, it's probably more than that.
Yeah. So is there a reason why, you know how you said you prepaid for stuff, so I'm assuming that's rent?
Yes.
And a car?
No, so I don't have a car.
You don't have
so,
a car,
yeah.
okay. What else did you prepay for?
So rent, and then purchasing a lot of stuff that I was going to use here.
Okay.
So I did like a really big shipment.
Okay.
So
like furniture and
yeah,
stuff.
So furniture, even like food stuff that, you know, just to start me off with. So I bought a lot of those things and like shipped out my TV and all, even though it got broken.
During the shipment?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Those things, my electronics and things like that. So a lot of stuff that would just make the home feel like how I lived in the States. So that was a lot of the stuff that I purchased before getting. So when I came, most of my money was just for eating and transport. Okay.
What else would you say to somebody who wants to move here? Maybe they want to do it right once and for all. They don't want to come back a third time.
So I think it's so extensively planning is like the biggest thing. I tell people first, take that trip, come here.
Yeah.
See how it is, see the areas you may think you want to live at, and then just kind of scope around and see what will make it, whatever you need that's going to make you feel comfortable. Go back and now plan all of that. And whether it's buying a home or renting, like it's up to you, but I think starting off like renting somewhere is a good idea first. So it's really much of what will make you really feel comfortable. Is like how you can really prepare yourself. Then think about your source of income. Maybe someone doesn't want to start a business. Not everybody wants to be an entrepreneur, of course. So if you have that, you know, remote job that you can still do here while you're working, hey, I know quite some people that are here still doing their remote jobs and they're fine. They live, you know, they live comfortably. So it's really your income and whatever that's going to make you really feel comfortable. Ultimately, like, what's your goal here? Is it because you just want somewhere, you know, relaxing to do your work and live, or is it like you're trying to, you know, invest in Ghana and start a business or something like that? So, or you just want to move your family because you guys are tired of where you live at. So I think once you know your main reason as to why you come in, then you can figure out what else comes around it. And then money is literally the biggest thing.
Yes, it is.
It's literally money. Because here in Ghana, if you have a good flow of income coming in, you're comfortable.
That's true.
You know, you're really comfortable. So, and it's like you can pick and choose what you want here. Like as opposed to America, it's like it's thrown at you like you need to pay your rent, you need to pay your car note, you need to pay your this, you need to pay cable, you need to pay phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, but here it's like you can choose. You want to buy credits, is up to you.
Yes,
You don't want to buy credits.
And I think that also ties in with like how much money you would need as well, because if you don't want to live in like central Accra and you want to go outskirts, you want to have your own farm, you want to do, you know, that's all like less money. Maybe setting up might be expensive, but your daily expenses will be much lower than if you lived in Accra. So that all plays a role. Right? And when it comes to settling into Ghana, what are some of the things you did to, you know, adapt to being here after living over in the US for so long? And why you tell me about that? Can you tell me about like how, I don't know if you still have friends from previous or you've had to make new friends now, and what that's been like for you?
Yeah, so settling for me, I think once my home feels like home, I think I can easily adjust to everything else around me. So that was my biggest thing this time around, was making my home feel like, oh yeah, this is how I would enjoy to live, right? I got everything that I need, all my pots, pans, and you know, my TV, everything that would make me feel at home. So I think once that was settled, and everything else was pretty much like just as I'm going, like slowing myself down, knowing that Ghana's not as fast paced and stuff like that. In terms of friends and stuff, every now and then, I can make a new friend, but I'm pretty much still close with everyone that I've made friends with from the past, and I stick to that. I'm like, I don't mind meeting new people, but I mean, I think the people I roll with are always the people I've known for a long time. Still keeping in touch with a lot of my friends back home too as well. So, but now it's just pretty much the few people that I've made that I've made in the past, my friends, and that's what I pretty much roll with. But I'm always down to meet new people.
I think you've done really well for yourself, considering like this is your third time coming. Most people would have been like, screw this, I'm not coming back. You know, so clearly there's a lot of determination there. So that's really,
there is, because I've told myself this time has to work.
Like
it has to work.
I'm sure it will, because it's a completely different strategy as well. So I can't wait till the salon is done so I can come get my hair done. And I love the conversation, Gabby. Thanks for your time.
No problem.
So if people want to reach out to you or contact you or anything like that, how do they do that?
Yes, I'm mostly on Instagram besides YouTube. My YouTube is Gabby Mac. Instagram is the Gabby Mac. So you can always reach out to me there. Mostly Instagram. Like I said, I really respond a lot there. But yeah, that's pretty much that's my go-to places. So my YouTube, I talk about my business, starting up the business. I've been like documenting the whole process of it. Talk about people like if you want to move to Ghana, things to prepare yourself with, starting a business just in general here, and the everyday lifestyle here in Ghana. So that's pretty much what my channel is like really focused on.
Okay, great. I hope you guys have enjoyed spending time with us today. It's been really, really lovely. Thanks again, Gabby, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to follow your bliss. So now life is short. Follow your bliss. Now you can't do. Follow your bliss. Now you follow your bliss. Now then matter. Take care, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.